I'm saying this to you because I was talking to him, challenging what he was saying to the messenger before August 1977. That had been going on quietly and privately since 1975 December. I'm trying to harmonize his teaching until I got so stretched out, I found out I couldn't preach for the Father and the Son at the same time. I had to make a decision between that Father and that Son. And I still didn't know who he was. Traveled all over this world. I began to hate religion. And finally, a brother right here in this room tonight, Bernard Cushmere, called me on a telephone and said, "Brother, where's Wallace in Prophecy?" I said, "I don't know. I ain't read the Bible in a long time now. I was through with it, brother. I'm just telling you the truth." He said, "You don't know where he is?" I said, "No, I don't. I preached the messenger in the temple right in Wallace's face. I told them in there, I said, you got a nerve not wanting to speak his name, and he built this house. He gave you everything you got, including the email." That was my last sermon that I preached in temple number 2. That was right in his face. All right, brother, I don't need no medal. I should have done it a long time ago. But there was a weakness in me. There was a little germ of hypocrisy in me that God had to manifest and bring out. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm facing the germ in me. How many of you are facing the germ in you? Now, once I understood Wallace in Prophecy, I jumped straight up. That was September 1977. When I jumped up in September, Brother Muhammad had been up and went to Chicago. And that's when I heard. When I met him in December, he showed me the letter that he presented to Wallace D. Muhammad. And here we are tonight. As I told him to his face with tears in my eyes, I thanked Allah for the clean work he was producing. And I mean that from the depth of my heart. But I'm not going to be no hypocrite. I can't say, Brother Muhammad, I agree with you totally. I can only tell him what I agree with and what I disagree with. And I think that time will heal the wound. So I say this, brothers and sisters, I'm going to go on and lift up the name of the messenger. And I'm going to teach his teachings as he gave them to me to teach. I'm going to try not to add to nor take away from. I'm not out here, Brother Muhammad, trying to hustle people to get no money. I want you to know that, because I got better ways of getting money than tampering with people's minds and hearts. I know I'd be playing with my life. And I love my life too much to play with it. Now answer me this as I leave you. When I stood up for the messenger again, I had been prodigal, that's true. But when I stood up, there were followers of Elijah Muhammad that hated me because I didn't stand up in 1975. There are followers of Wallace that hated me because they say I deserted Wallace. What you don't know, the Arabs have already come and offered me millions of dollars if I would not preach Wallace nor Elijah, but preach Prophet Muhammad. They offered me, I'm telling you what, the Rabata at Mecca, and I'll call the man's name, Dr. Ahmed Saka, who's over all of the Rabata in the Western Hemisphere, offered me Wallace's place and offered to call me the Mujahid. And he said, when you're dead, we may even refer to you as the Messiah. I said, look at this man. He must think I'm some vain person that's trying to seek some self-position. He must think I would sell out the messenger for his $1 million. Where could I go on the earth and enjoy it? So I'm not in this for no dollars. I want you to know that. And all of these brothers that say they with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, ask them what I asked Rashideen, what I asked everyone that stood up and said, okay, Brother Farrakhan, we ready to help the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I said, the first thing I asked him, are you ready to live the restrictive law of Islam? I said, I'm going to live that law to the best of my ability. Because we can't play today with righteousness. Righteousness is our only salvation today. As the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to me, he said, brother, you can talk like me. Brother, you can be bold like I am if you want to. He said, but if you're not 100% to the law, the devil will piece you in two. And that's why Brother Muhammad is preaching righteousness, because he knows that righteousness is the only protection for all of us. I say publicly in the face of you and others that I love you, brother, and I honor you for your stand. And I thank Allah for you, brother, and for these that you are producing. I will never oppose you in the good that you're trying to do. I will never go out and use my tongue against you, because Allah is sufficient as a judge over those who say they believe in him, and the Holy Quran teaches you and me that Allah will settle our differences. And I'm putting the difference in the hand. If this is his prophet, Allah is going to let us know it. I hope before too long, so that if he is, then we won't be the losers. And if he's not Allah's prophet, Allah is going to show that to him, because he's sincere and he means good and he is good, otherwise he couldn't produce good. And that's why I love him, and that's why I came here tonight, because I said something better than what anybody hoped for is going to come out of this. We are not going to agree, but at the same time we are going to agree that we as followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad ain't going to strike each other, not while the hypocrites are raging and the devils are planning. We can't let them come between none of us. So you that are with Brother Muhammad, go on with him. If you believe, stand with him, press him, work with him. But all I will say is, I'll be watching. And you watch me. Because if God's hand is on me, he'll make it manifest, not in this little house, but he's going to make it manifest in the world. I'm not going to fight you, Brother Muhammad. I will not do that. You have proved to me before and now that you love the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I am not going to fight you. I may disagree, but I'm not going to fight you. And I'm not going to give no hypocrite in here the pleasure of having us tearing at each other. No, no. I said what I had to say, and I heard what you had to say, and I'll witness with you on the truth of what I believed in what you said. And I trust in Allah to judge us both. But I'm going to go on and lift up the messenger's name, and I know you will do the same. And if anybody molests you, brother, in the lifting up of the messenger's name, I know that as Allah protected his messenger, he'll protect you. As the messenger told me, and there was nobody there to hear it but me, but Allah is a witness. He said, brother, the same power that is with me will be with you. In fact about it, brother, he said, there'll be two of us backing you up, Allah and myself. Now I'm going forward, and I'm not asking nobody to walk behind me. I'm going to lift up the words and teaching of Elijah Muhammad, until Allah gets finished with Brother Farrakhan. So I thank you for allowing me to share this night with you. And thank you, Brother Bey, for inviting me. And I thank you, Brother Muhammad, for listening to me. And I greet you, all of you, in peace. And I say to those who follow Messenger Muhammad and to those who follow Brother Silas Muhammad, when you meet each other on the street, don't let the devil see us not like brothers. Let's greet each other. If we're not in agreement, we say peace and keep moving, because Allah will bring us together in His time, in His way. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.